Okay, I want to bring in the political guest as well, Harish. Sorry to interrupt you. Please stay with us on the broadcast. S. Prakash of the BJP and Sankey Yenagi from the Congress Party are joining us on the show. Mr. Prakash, first to you. There's an order by the National Green Tribunal affirmed by the Supreme Court. There's a penalty that should have been imposed on the monthly developers, the SEZ that stands near the Bengaluru Lake, in fact, on the Bengaluru Lake wetlands. Why has your government not taken any action? Mr. S. Prakash.
NGT was ordered and the building was constructed. In the last 2 years, it was not done. I am not bringing Congress or BJP in this. All the governments have failed to protect the interest of the citizens. Those builders who have violated all the building norms and the rules and regulations must be punished mercilessly, and all the enforcement must be clear with no impunity to anybody. Only then the justice can be provided to those who
are. Sir, I appreciate the spirit, the tone and the tenor in which you're talking, but I have a straight and a simple question. This is an SEZ, this is a structure which is standing on the wetlands. There's an NGT order asking for it to be demolished. Why hasn't it been demolished?
That's what I said. I do not have any information about that or details about the SEZ which is standing on the wetland. If it has violated any norms, it should be demolished. I am very clear about it. If it is not, those officials who join hands with the corrupt builders also must be punished mercilessly. They should be put behind the bars.
Sir, are you giving us an assurance here on CNN News 18 that if there is an order by the National Green Tribunal affirmed by the Supreme Court asking for demolition, your government will swing into action?
If the court decides to bring down the building, the government is bound to.
But that has not happened, sir. That's why I'm asking you this question, because there's a court order, but it has not happened so far.
It should happen. If the government has not done it so far, I should do it now. I expect somebody go back to NGP and get a fresh order, fresh directive from the court to the government to get it demolished without any mercy.
Sir, if you already have an order in place, do you want a contempt petition to be moved to get a fresh order? Because that's exactly how it's going to play out in the court.
I'm not speaking as a BJP man. I'm speaking as a citizen. Okay, if the building has violated, bring it down. The government must act now. If they don't act now, when will they act then?
Sankey Yenagi of the Congress Party is also with us on the show. Sankey ji, bahut shukriya. Thank you so much for speaking to us. There's a structure standing on the wetlands of Bengaluru Lake. The government has not taken action. The orders are, years ago that came from the National Green Tribunal and the Supreme Court. Your thoughts on the inaction of the government?
Firstly, I appreciate the concern of Mr. S. Prakash, who is the spokesperson of BJP, on the demolition or the breach. Secondly, there is a Green Tribunal order which is binding on all, which is mainly binding on the government to do some action on the ground. So far, the government has not done anything. So, government waiting for the contempt to be moved in the Green Tribunal, only thereafter if they want to take an action, then it is not pro-people action or pro-people concern for the government. I would only say when there is already a green signal by the Green Tribunal to the government to demolish that structure which has been illegally put up on a wetland, then there should not be any mercy to demolish that building. If the government is still not doing it, then it is clearly showing hand in glove by the government or the administrative officers or the officers concerned of the department with the builder. So now at least, since the people are suffering in the state, especially in Bangalore because of the havoc which has been created by rain, the government has to wake up from its deep sleep.
Sir, interestingly, this order is of 2016, when Mr. Siddaramaiah was the Chief Minister of the state of Karnataka.
When Mr. Siddaramaiah was the Chief Minister of the state of Karnataka, such orders were passed, and a committee was constituted to look into these things, segregate those things, and thereby take an action in accordance with law. In 2018, the government has changed, and thereafter, it is the mixture, that's a coalition government. And coalition government also could refer certain matters to the committee. And committee was again changed in 2019, and we are in 2022. So now, from 2016 to 2018, much has been moved beyond the bridge. And from 2019, I would rather say that nothing has been moved so aggressively as was required to, for which reason the Bangalore and the Bangalore city people are suffering because of the drain. So now at least
we want the government to take
has
action on this because if there's a court order and you've not done your job, you're in contempt of the court. It's only a matter of time that an application is moved before the court. Parmeshwar from Bengaluru is calling us on the broadcast. We also have Matthew who's joining us from the IT capital of the country. Parmeshwar ji, first to you, your concerns as a resident of Bengaluru.
Good afternoon, madam, to everybody. The viewers, see, what happened is not only this year's problem. Since 40 years it is going on happen here. So main cause is all politicians, bureaucrats, engineers, everybody they are involved, including BBMP, rest of the civilians, this what you call corporators, everybody. We cannot say we pinpoint only in single person he has done, no politician has done, no. All are involved. Get together. This manner it has gone to this level.
You're right, and that's what is the nexus we're talking about between politicians and the resident and these builders who construct properties on the wetlands and the eco-sensitive area. Matthew from Bengaluru is also with us on the show. Matthew, what are your concerns?
Yeah, very good evening. It's not a concern which started yesterday or day before. See, for the last 3 decades, what we have been seeing in Bangalore is absolutely brutal way of nature being taken into hand. See, what has happened is a complete encroachment. Wherever you have lakes, wherever you have the water beds, nothing is there. And if you see the SEZ zone, where we have the biggest IT corridor which is there in India, that is purely on a lake. It was just filled up. Who gave permission? It's just money, muscle power, what is going on. But at least what I feel now is, it is high time that we adhere to whatever the court has said and get back to the basics and find whoever is responsible and take action. Action has to be very strict.
Yes.